Hey guys, I'm Hugh. I'm one of the designers at North Kiteboarding. I'm going to talk to you a bit about the flex binding. So you'll notice with the flex binding that it's quite a clean and simple design. We haven't overcomplicated things. This keeps it lightweight and there's just less things to go wrong. So one of the unique things about the flex binding is that the strap, you can put it on quite easily by just dropping them in from the top and sliding them forward into your desired position. And so there's no need to be undoing straps and pushing adjusters up from the bottom or anything. It's just drop and put in position. So we chose a really low profile foot pad. And one of the reasons is, with skateboarding, I always like a skate shoe where the sole is as thin as possible so you really get that board feel. And I think when you're kiteboarding it's the same. If your foot can be really close to the board, you have a lot more control. As long as you're not bottoming out, then we wanted it to be, as low profile as possible. It also means that it will pack down smaller when you go traveling, and it enabled us to make our packaging, so our footprint of what we have to ship around the world, the volume is a lot smaller also. So one other thing that's unique to our foot pads is that we found during testing of all different foot shapes, we found that the ball of people's feet, some people have a super proud ball, and so we ended up cutting a section out of the foot pad and we added a circular, super soft EVA underneath there, so that could accommodate them also. So other companies offer multiple different heel inserts, but generally people choose one and they use that one and the other options just are discarded and left in their garage. And another thing that can happen is that the inserts can come out during use, which is a big inconvenience. So we feel like we've found the best of both worlds. You've got the soft, cushy, but grippy EVA on the top. You've got the structure around the outside, and we've chosen a super high density dual molded EVA on the bottom, so you're not gonna get any heel bash. So with the flex binding, we've got a small medium option and we've got a medium large option. They both come with the same foot pad and base plate, but the difference is the strap itself. So for the small medium, you can crank it down a little bit tighter for smaller feet. So we've got the two different sizes of straps, but on the base plate as well, you have adjustment. We tried to offer only the amount of adjustment that you need, so not a multitude of adjustments, which just becomes confusing. So what we have is we have three different settings on the inside. If you've got a small foot, then you want to have your toes over the toe bar. You want the whole strap just to move forward a bit more. If you're medium, you're obviously going to go on the middle setting, and if you've got a large foot, then you'd be moving the strap right the way back. So the best place to start is to put your foot on the foot pad, and then when you put the strap on, you're just putting the strap where it's going to feel comfortable for your foot. So a little bit more about the actual strap itself. Our strap's quite unique because the inside layer we've used KnitFlex, which is the same material that Mystic use on the inside of their harnesses, so it's super comfortable. But rather than just layering them up together, we've actually pre-tensioned this layer and we've laminated to the inside dual density foam. And so when you bend it, you don't get creasing along the inside. And then coupled with that, we did countless prototypes trying to figure out how we could get no stitching at all on the inside. So you'll notice with our straps, there's absolutely nothing that can sort of rub against your foot. So under this top flap here, we've got two Velcro straps. And because the whole top of the strap here is covered in Velcro, you can position these straps in different positions. So you could go wide if you're wanting a more locked feel. So if you're wanting to do unhook tricks, or maybe you're doing really big air and you don't want the board to come off. And if you position them more narrow, and then you're going to get a little bit more flexing happening. So have a play around with where sort of fits your foot best. So on super hard landings, your foot tends to kind of twist outwards, and so a cool little feature that we did here was that we actually deflected the end of this adjuster outwards. So although it's very unlikely to touch it, if you were to touch it, you have a much bigger cross-sectional area here that you're going to push against. Rather than hitting on a point, the end of the plastic tab, you've got a big area there to press against.